Okay.
by tonight, I think. And then tomorrow we'll have
I saw
one,
tomorrow
hopefully.
they're going to get it. I saw Miller that they're going to get it tomorrow to them.
They're supposed
Meeting
to.
expected between the union and league tomorrow.
Yeah, they're supposed to meet
Yeah.
tomorrow, and hopefully we get some good news out of it.
Guessing it'll take a while.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
especially if
push the tomorrow part. I would just say that over the next 2 days.
it seems like if they ask for more money back, the union's really going to dig in on it too.
Yeah, Bruce, I don't see them agreeing to revenue sharing, do you, players? I think that's a tough sell.
Well, where else is the money going to come from?
I don't know, but I think the
That's the
union's
only
going to
thing.
say we've already taken one pay cut and you're asking us to be at the front line. I think that's going to be a tough part of this.
Mm-hmm. And
Won't they have to open their
I,
books to do revenue sharing?
no, they're just going to offer a certain amount of money. They don't. In the postseason, the players don't get any money except for ticket sales for games 1 through
Right.
3 in the DS, 1 through 4 in the LS, and 1 through 4 in the World Series. That's it. Every dollar after that, TV and ticket revenue goes to the owners. So the owners are going to offer some
Right.
of that money in lieu of their exact pay for the amount of games. So they're going to do a combination of both. The players can find a better place to go play. Maybe they'll do that. But both sides are going to have to be reasonable and negotiate this. There's no good guys, bad guys here. Hello, can you hear me?
I got you, Bruce.
Okay.
We're just checking some lip sync stuff on the back end, but just another minute or two, and we'll get going. So, Cole, just to be clear, you'll start the show like it's a normal show, and then
Yep.
the last thing you'll do would be once we go down the line to introduce everybody, we'll just end
And
on a
just lay
Taylor
out.
one shot, and you'll
Yep.
just lay out. Bruce, could we just get a slow 10 count from you?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of sync appears.
Yep. We'll lay out on ISO of Taylor at the end here, so it should only be about a minute or so, probably less.
right?
Just a second.
one more time,
before we get going.
I had your mic muted, Taylor, if you want to say that one more time.
Oh, I was just saying, and I don't say anything. That's when he tosses to the Ricketts interview.
Yeah, so it'll be like just the normal start of the show, how Cole just gives a quick hello
Gotcha.
bio for everyone, and we'll lay out for the interview.
What did Ricketts say? Anything of interest?
Yeah, he said, what did he say of interest?
Taylor, I'm all set when you are.
I think the main thing is if we play, it's going to be in home ballparks. That was kind of, he didn't even
Big
bite on
takeaway.
your Arizona question, did he, Cole? He kind of said he'd rather
No,
play
not
Wrigley,
really.
and
He said
I
just
think
wants to get back
that's-
to really just wants to get back to
Yeah.
baseball. So
Yeah.
whichever plan sticks, that's the one that he's down with.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What I've heard is it sounds like the Arizona plan is dead.
Yeah.
Well, some of the teams are going to have to train in their spring training parks Toronto is going to have to train elsewhere.
Yep.
New York teams.
Yeah, but I'm
New
saying
York,
regular season. Yeah.
No, for the regular
So,
season, Toronto's going to have
No,
to.
but I mean the bubble idea is not going to happen. That all of the teams would go to.
No, it's
To
going to be
Arizona.
home ballparks. Mostly home ballparks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me, Kevin? Thanks. Stream all good? Dusold?
Yeah, I'm all set, streaming, rolling, ready to go. Lay it now after you introduce Taylor here.
All right, Cole, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, it's Monday, and just like that, Cubs 360 presented by Miller Lite is back, and I'm still Cole Wright. And on today's show, we're going to take a spin around Major League Baseball and touch on a whole variety of topics, and we'll do so with Cubs chairman Tom Ricketts. He's going to join the program, but first things first, let's meet our ensemble cast. And this man,
Sorry, we just heard from Malik. He's just got to check on something before we can start the show. We might have to switch around.
I don't see the text screen up.
So you see,
I do it
I just
now.
put one in there.
Yep, just saw it.
So we're just waiting. There might be some information coming from the Ricketts interview that we may have to move around or edit out. We're just trying to figure out if we'd have to redo something else for time before we get going.
what was wrong with the interview?
I didn't see anything. Malik just is checking with more information.
So, do you think we as broadcasters will be in the ballpark or we will be elsewhere?
I'd be shocked if we traveled. I don't know. Bruce may have more info, but I would guess we
No.
would probably do the games at home and not on the road. But I don't know.
I think Len's right. His intel's probably better than anyone else's, and I think they're planning on home broadcast.
Bruce, I'm not hearing your audio right now.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I hear Bruce.
Gotcha now. Gotcha.
I hear him.
Yeah, I hear
No, I
you.
hear him.
Is it a question of it being blocked or what's
No,
the deal?
No, you're good.
Okay. Yeah, the only essential people, there's only going to be 50 people in the ballpark from what I hear. That's going to be the limit.
Yeah,
Hey guys, we can.
surprise me if we took.
Dusold, you okay with that?
What'd you say?
So we're going to tape the B block while we're just waiting on the A block. We just may have to add some information on Cubs charities. We're getting the copy now, but instead of waiting, we'll just tape the B block, which is the draft getting cut to 5 rounds.
I am
And
told
Cole,
we're not going to be anywhere
Got it.
near the players.
Cole, on the back end of that, will be teasing WBC maybe getting canceled, according to reports.
Okay, you got
Yeah,
it.
I would guess, due to just social distancing, they may give us both TV booths. Radio might have to share, you know what I mean? Because if you have to be 6 feet apart, we may have to spread out a little bit. And then when we're on the road, we would be in a studio, and their home guys would be in their press box setting.
They can give you an auxiliary area because the park's empty.
Right.
They can put you in a skybox.
Correct.
Give me a one shot of Cole.
So we're coming back on the minor leaguer VO.
Yep, exactly. We're coming back in the minor league VO.
So this is the Bees. So it's Bruce and Taylor back with Len and I, correct?
Correct. Yep.
You got it.
And everyone can have about a minute here. Not in a rush.
What do you want me to start with?
We can just go down the line. Start with Bruce, then Len, then Taylor.
Boom.
All right, Cole. Here we go. In 5,
You got
4, 3, 2.
Hey, we're back here on Cubs 360 presented by Miller Lite. And this year's draft, well, it's going to have a 5-round format, and it's a cost-cutting move for Major League Baseball. The draft was 40 rounds in 2019, as you may recall. Now, Major League teams can sign an unlimited number of undrafted players for, get this, $20,000 each. The draft, it's expected to begin on June 10th. Now, Bruce and Taylor, they're back with Len and I, guys, and that gets us to our Miller Lite refreshing take of the day. And Bruce, I'll start with you because a 5-round draft format, it's going to be bad for the game. Yes or no? Go.
Well, it's going to initially, it's going to be, your top 150 players, and that's it. That doesn't preclude you from signing other players. However, what I believe will happen is that more college players and high school players will go back and either play amateur ball or go to college if you're a high school player. If you don't think, if you're not drafted in the top 5, you're not going to sell yourself short and sign for $20,000, which is the limit. So you're going to see a glut of players out there going to college. You're going to see some playing amateur ball, maybe JUCO, just to slide down this 1 year, make sure that they get their money going into the next year and the year after.
Really, no good answers here, and I'm certainly not a draft expert by any stretch, but the timing stinks, right? I mean, we didn't know we were going to be in a shutdown here, and I think of, are we going to have a major league season? Are major league players going to get paid this year? Are all major league employees going to be paid their full salaries this year? What about the minor leagues? They probably won't even have a season. I got to be honest, Cole, I worry as much about player development for players already in the low minor leagues in a lot of different organizations, as I'm worried about guys who want to be drafted and become part of organizations. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's all bad. And I think that everybody in every sector here is going to take a hit, unfortunately. And the other part of it I know has been written about a little bit is the idea that you can't have any shenanigans here, right? You can't have any under the table deals where we're going to give you your 20 grand, but we'll take care of you later. And Major League Baseball and all the teams are going to have to be pretty good about not doing that.
Len, I think you make a good point about how, the utmost importance is guys already in the minor leagues. And ultimately, this decision to shorten the draft proves that the Players Association and the owners are focusing on just that. The guys already in the system and the amateur players who have yet to play professional baseball are on the back burner because they're the ones being impacted by this decision the most. Now, when I look at the scope of what this does for baseball, to me, I look at the college game and the way that it's going to impact the college game, because now you have those players drafted out of high school who would have been drafted out of high school and skipped college to go play professional ball. They're now playing collegiately. The juniors in college baseball who had the chance to get drafted, they're going back to college. And then the seniors who were awarded another year of eligibility, just the amount of players who are going to be at these college programs, or at least desire to be, those college coaches have some serious decisions to make. And when I think about just this decision when it comes to 5-round league baseball draft in 2020, I think the greatest impact immediately is going to be on the college game.
Yeah, Major League Baseball's loss could be college baseball's gain, like Taylor, like you said, and like Bruce made mention of. Maybe we'll see more guys go the junior college route, more draft and follows in the JUCO ranks. Now, there's still more to come right here on Cubs 360, including one of the best spectacles in all of baseball, the WBC. Well, it might be in jeopardy for 2021. So what will that loss mean for baseball? We're going to let you know when Cubs 360, presented by Miller Lite, rolls on.
Good job
I don't know
there.
if it matters. There's no draft and follow anymore. I know that if you were just being kind of generic.
They don't have that anymore?
No.
Dumbass.
So we can just retape the
You could just
the
redo
end of
the
that
close
there.
if you want. But yeah, there's no
The
draft
end.
and follow anymore.
Jeez, I guess I'm getting old, Len. I thought I remember that one. When did they
We
do
can
away
start on
with
a
that?
4 for that edit.
4 or 5 years ago.
Ugh.
All right, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Well, you all bring up a great point, and Major League Baseball's loss could be college baseball's gain. Now, still more to get to right here on Cubs 360, including one of the best spectacles in baseball, the WBC. Well, it might be in jeopardy for 2021. So what would that loss mean for baseball? We're going to discuss right here. You're watching Cubs 360, presented by Miller Lite. So I guess everything I thought I knew about the draft, I guess I don't know anything about the draft anymore.
Bruce, is there construction going on behind you?
Yes, indeed.
Is there,
I was wondering what that was.
is there no way to close the door? Or is that just going to be the best we're going to get? All right, that
That'll be the
sounds
next
better.
scandal, right? You got the sign stealing, and now the next one is going to be some team's going to have 12 players they signed for 20 grand.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they've already made it very, 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 very clear that that will not be tolerated.
All right, so we're going to do the WBC block now. We're still waiting on more information on the A's. We probably should have to throw in a full screen or something, but we'll get that to Cole when we know. So
Do we
we'll
know?
this
Do we know it? Do we know it's been canceled, or it's being rumored
It's
to be canceled?
rumored.
The official wording is cancellation of the World Baseball Classic is imminent from an ESPN report.
Oh well, that's a little different though. Are we supposed to
It's
speak about it like it's
expected to
a
be.
done deal?
Yeah, we can speak about it.
I'll train you up the right way. You know, if it is canceled, you know, what would that mean for 2021? Bruce?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Same thing on timing here. We can go about a minute each. Let's start with Taylor, then go to Bruce, then to Len here. And then Cole, we're at the end of it, we're going to be out bumping which Cub you would want to choose for a home run derby.
All right. Let me just make sure. Where's that at? Okay.
All right, Dusold, just give me a one shot
So
on Cole.
we're coming back. What was that? We're just coming back off a shot of
We're coming off
USA
of
winning
that
WBC.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, back here on Cubs 360 with the whole team in tow. It's Bruce, Len, and Taylor, and we just saw Team USA winning the 2017 WBC. Now, there's a report out there circulating from ESPN that, well, the WBC could be canceled, meaning that it would not go down a year from now. So when you take a look at what that could mean for the actual game of baseball, Bruce, where's it at right now?
Well, indeed, it is a situation that has its pros and cons. It's a big negative for all the countries that love to compete against each other and proudly brag that they're the best one. And it's turned into a great tournament. On the other side, management will not be sad about this. Ownership will not be sad about it. Managers and coaches will not be sad about the fact that these guys will be away from spring training normally and a couple weeks away, possible injuries elsewhere with different trainers, different coaches. So from that perspective, there are negatives, there are positives moving forward with this.
Yeah, Bruce, I completely agree with you on the pros and cons. But when you look at this decision, I mean, it was bound to have been made. There's so many questions happening day to day, minute to minute that you just can't answer with the state of our world right now. And ultimately, looking forward to 2021, you have no idea the way that this 2020 season is going to impact the 2021 season. And so basically, it's not a priority. So you get why the decision is made. But unfortunately, for the international game, kind of takes a hit. I'm with you as well, though. Owners and some members of the front office of certain different teams will be sad to see their players miss spring training. But you get why the decision is made.
Yeah, the hits keep coming, unfortunately, and it does speak to just how long it takes logistically and in terms of infrastructure and commitments that you really have to know this far out whether a tournament next March could actually occur. I'm in kind of a weird spot here because I'm typically calling spring training games every day, so I've been able to watch very little of the World Baseball Classic over the years. I can tell you players who do participate tend to come back really enjoying it and wanting to do it again. Anthony Rizzo playing for Team Italy has been a fun story the last couple of times out. But yeah, hey, we talked earlier in the show about the draft and the minor league players, and this thing is just hitting so many different facets of the entire world that unfortunately it wouldn't be a surprise if it doesn't happen.
Well, if that ESPN report does come to fruition, that means that Team USA will not be able to defend their title in 2021. Hopefully that does not come to fruition. Well, more to come right here on Cubs 360. And the Cubs, they've had quite a number of power hitters over the years. So if you needed one to win you a home run derby, who would it be? Of course, we'll discuss that next right here. You're watching Cubs 360 presented by Miller Lite.
Good job there, Cole, on tying it back to the report and the in bump at the top of the block. Give me a second here to talk to Malik, figure out if we can get the block done.
Is this hitter from any era?
Yeah,
I think so. Whenever you want.
I'm going to cheat because that's what I like to do.
Who are you going with? You're going to wait for the reveal on camera?
Yes, of course.
You can't tell
Yes,
us.
it's always better to do it naturally.
There you go. That's like we always used to like if we hadn't seen like Cam Newton on a Monday night, like what he wore, and they didn't show it, all game long. If they had the video, if he wore something different, I'd like save it for us, like for the post game show, so we can react to his outfit on live television.
All right, let's do the D block here real quick. It can be a little bit longer than we usually are. You can go a good 30 seconds each on your home run derby picks. And let's start with Taylor and work our way back to Bruce. So Taylor, Len, then Bruce. Dusold, I'll just take a one shot on Cole, just to let me know you're ready.
This is the one that went on the roof, correct? That Glenn Allen Hill hit.
We're coming off the one that went.
The one he turned his back on.
Yeah.
Did they give that a measurement of 499 feet?
I saw 500 plus. but
Yeah, that's what
that's
it
not.
said. But I mean, if it's it
That's not
easily went
Statcast.
500 plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that
bad.
ball was destroyed.
Yep. All right, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, welcome back to Cubs 360, presented by Miller Lite, and Glenn Allen Hill absolutely destroying that pitch right there, all the way on top of the building across Waveland. We'll never forget that one. And let's discuss it with our panel. Of course, they're all back here. It's Bruce, Len, and Taylor. And that shot right there from Glenn Allen Hill, it was so big he had to turn his back on it, but it really got us to thinking around here, because if you needed one member of the Cubs, present, past, future, who would it be if you needed someone to win a home run derby? Taylor, I'll start down with you on the end.
So this is an interesting question, because I think home run derby contests are so challenging because it's 5 minutes of physical exhaustion. It doesn't necessarily matter how many home runs you can hit over the course of a season. It's just being prepared to hit them a long way and kind of that high intensity for a short period of time. With that being said, I chose Chris Bryant. Now, I know back in 2015, he lost in the first round of the home run derby contest to Albert Pujols, and he since has said in another year when he was asked to do it that he wouldn't do it because it was so physically exhausting. However, I still choose him because I still feel like he has that experience, so potentially could build upon it and get himself into shape. And when you look at his swing, it's tailor-made to drive the ball a long way in the air. And so he's the type of guy that I would want to see in that position. I think it'd be really fun for him, and I think he would do really well.
Well, if the wind is blowing out at Wrigley Field, to be honest with you, Cole, you can give me Jake Arrieta and I could probably hang with you. But in a normal situation, all right, the Wayback Machine, you could go Hack Wilson, obviously Mr. Cub. Really hard to go against Sammy, but I'm going to go Javi Baez just because I think he would absolutely love to do it. And, man, when he wants to hit a home run, he usually hits a home run.
Well, I'm going with the guy that hit all the majestic shots down Kenmore Avenue, and it's going to be Dave Kingman, who's the guy that anytime I want a fly ball or a home run hit, it's going to be King Kong. So I'm going with Dave Kingman as my guy who would hit the most in a home run derby, and it would be fun to watch all the areas come together. It certainly would, but I guess we're never going to have to be able to see that.
Stimulated games,
Okay,
maybe.
so okay. So no one going with Ernie Banks or Andre Dawson or Sammy Sosa for that matter. So that's just where we're standing right now. That's if I get everything right. All right, fair enough, guys. Either way, a home run derby with all Cubs. It would be fun to see, just like our version right here of Cubs 360 as it is every day. So for everyone at Marquee Sports Network, including Bruce, Len, and Taylor, our time is up here. I'm Cole Wright. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a good one.
Awesome job there. Love hearing those.
Kingman was on my list too, Bruce. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Nice.
You should have, Cole, some copy in your email from Notch, and we'll have to just retape. I guess not even retape, just add a part of how we're going to get from introduction to the start of the interview.
Was there something they took out in the Tom thing?
So we just had to add. We have to add some things about Cubs charities going on in the meantime.
Yeah, we didn't get to that one. That question. It's on the list.
Sorry, I just got off the phone with Notch there. That Dusold?
No, that's good.
Yeah, so we actually, I just talked to Notch. We don't need anyone else. We can just have Cole read it because it's going to be under a full screen, and then the out bump will read will also be covered as well. So Bruce, Len, and Taylor, thank you guys very much. Great job today.
Nice job, everybody. Bruce, I'm going to call you real quick. You got a quick second, Bruce?
Hold on.
Bruce, I'm going to call you real quick. Yeah.
Hold on.
We have to do the introductions.
No. So we're just we did the introductions that we stopped on Taylor. Oh no, sorry, you're right. We didn't finish that.
We didn't do
okay.
those.
Yeah, you're right. Stopped down during
Yeah.
that. Sorry, you're right. So all right, we can just take it from the top then through that full screen. You good with that, Cole?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Correct. All right, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, it's Monday and back like clockwork. You're watching Cubs 360 presented by Miller Lite, and I'm Cole Wright. Now, today on the show, we're going to spin around Major League Baseball and hit a bunch of headlines, and we'll do so with Cubs chairman Tom Ricketts. He's going to join the program, but let's meet our panelists first. And this man needs no introduction. He's covered Chicago sports for 30 plus years. He's a marquee sports network contributor. It's Bruce Levine. And he's been on the call for the Chicago Cubs for 16 seasons. Len Casper back once again. And she's our marquee sports network reporter. She spent 2 years with the Rockies, but now she calls the North Side home. It's Taylor McGregor. Now, guys, as we await our return to baseball, Cubs charities and the entire Cubs organization, well, they've been committed to supporting the community, including programs like partnering with local restaurants. They've donated and delivered over 2,600 meals to local healthcare workers. They've also locked arms with Lakeview Pantry to turn Wrigley Field into a COVID-19 hunger response satellite location. They've packed and distributed food to those in need. They've also teamed up with the American Red Cross of Chicago and Northern Illinois to save lives with blood drives, and they've reopened Hotel Zachary right across the street from the Friendly Confines to provide room accommodations for healthcare workers from Lakeview's Advocate Illinois Masonic Medical Center who need a place to sleep in between those downshifts, and so many other programs. That's just to name a few.
Great. Thank you, Cole. Now you guys are all good besides Cole.
Great.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Give me a
you.
call,
Thanks,
Len.
Taylor.
Take care,
Thanks,
everybody.
Andrew, Malik,
Bye, Len.
Kevin. Notch, see y'all.
Bye, guys.
What's up, guys?
Bye. Cole, you should have the T's in a
Yup,
different
ATs.
email. Yep, ATs. Yep. Dusold, we still rolling here? All right, Cole, you can count yourself in here.
In 3, 2, 1. Still to come right here in Cubs 360. The Major League Draft is going from 40 rounds to 5. So how much will that hurt the game? A discussion. It's going to break out next right here. You're watching Cubs 360 presented by Miller Lite.
All right, all good on your end, Cole. Thank you very much. Good job with
Good
both
stuff
those
today,
interviews
guys.
today, too.
Thank you. Good stuff. I'll go
See ya.
hack up the golf course. Later, man.
Nice.